welcome to the vlog. A different start to the day and a different start than I had intended. I had intended today to be going to see Emma of Woolly Mammoth Fibre Co. I think the fates are working against us at the moment. I was to see her a couple of weeks ago at the Yarn Festival that was held here in Northern Ireland, and I'll link her video of that particular festival. I was to meet her at that, and then I had a funeral to go to, so I couldn't attend that, so we decided I would go and see her today. And although I'm in my car at the moment, I'm bringing it to the mechanic because it has been very troublesome over the last couple of days and has broken down a couple of times with me, so I need to go and get that fixed, and I've had to postpone Emma for another day. So I have my knitting packed, as I will probably have to sit and wait at the car showroom, and yeah, that's my start to my Monday. But you can come along too. Finally got home again. That has really taken me all morning, and I'm not sure if I'm much further forward with the car, to be honest. They could find nothing obvious wrong, and they reset codes and said that I was to come back if there was any more issues. Doesn't really give me an awful lot of confidence, but we'll see how it goes. The one advantage is they made me a lovely cup of coffee when I was there and waiting, and I got my first sock finished. So these are just shorty socks, as you have seen each day that I've been working on them. This is the first one. And they are knit in Legacy Fibre Artz steel toes, and this is the Charley Sue colourway, and then the contrasting colour for the heels and the toes and the cuffs. And I just think that colourway is so pretty. Purples and peaches, and it's just really, really pretty colour. I knit, just so that you know, it's 64, actually I think I put on 68 stitches to these. 68 stitches, 2x2 rib, and I think there's 10 rows there for the cuff, and then I think I knit maybe 25 rows, and turned the heel. And then for the size of my foot, I have 45 rows for the foot. These are 2.5 mil, which is a US 1.5 needle. Knit 45 rows, and then it's the rounded toe. For the toe, it's every other row decrease for 8 rows, and then every row the decrease until I've 8 stitches left on each needle. And I'll Kitchener these now this afternoon and get the second sock cast on. So I'm really pleased with that. These are the two colours. I like the space. It's 75/25 merino nylon and superwash, and they're just great wee socks. So I have, at least I've done something this morning whilst I've been sitting, and I'm going to make lunch. I fancy some poached eggs. It's a cold day. I am in a normal knit. This is one I will talk about a little later. I'll come back and talk about it later this afternoon. Can't remember the name of the pattern, which is one of the reasons I'll talk about it later. But to think that I'm having to wear this, it's a DK weight merino yarn with mohair, and wearing that with a long sleeve top in the middle of June just feels a bit silly, but it is cold enough today. I had started off this morning out at the back of the garden and didn't stay very long. Had to come in because it was cold, and the rain is just starting to settle in, and I think it's to be a really wet afternoon. So I'm staying cozy, and I fancy some poached eggs for lunch. So that's what I'm off to do now. said I would tell you about this sweater that I have knit since Christmas. This is probably in my top 5 favourite sweaters ever to have knit. I loved the process, I love the fit, and I love the feel of this sweater on me. It's the Salty Days sweater. The pattern is very clear there. It's less so on mine because of the colour. And the designer is Veronica Lindberg, and this will all be linked below. So that was what I wanted to knit, and I had this yarn, which is navy, dark green. That's showing up a bit lighter than it is, but you can see the different colours in there. A lighter blue, dark blue, a deep greeny blue. And it was a hand-dyed yarn by a dyer I found on Etsy, and it's Yarn Side. And it's a superwash merino nylon, and it's DK. And the colourway was A Discovery of Witches, which is one of my favourite book series ever. So that was the colour of the main, and then I held it with this navy mohair, and it is Rowan Kidsilk Haze, and the colour I used was 00708. So this is what I held together, and it created this, and I'll try and show it off. So I just love all the details. It was one of those patterns that had so many different sections down it that it felt like a very fast knit, because you wanted to knit a section, you know, so knitting each section, you wanted to get to the end of that section. So it went in quite quickly. It was a top down, it's turned in neck and then stitched down, and it's a slight drop shoulder. And this is just the coziest, most comfortable sweater to wear. It's really squishy, and I love the halo. And just there was so much interest in it, and no section was complicated at all, and just really easy to follow. So I really, really enjoyed this knit. As I said, I think earlier today, I can't believe that I'm wearing it in the middle of June, but it's just so comfortable today and so cozy. I thought I would be able to show it to you as well. So yeah, definitely a beautiful knit. And you can just imagine all the different colours that you could do that in. I think it's Knitting for Olive that she uses. And although she does use the mohair, maybe it's just the colour, it's not quite as fluffy looking. Mine has a bit more halo. So yeah, really, really pleased. I didn't alternate skeins. It was beautiful yarn to work with. I didn't alternate the skeins, partly because I was using the mohair as well, and there was no issue, but there was no difference in the skeins. I know you're meant to alternate hand-dyed, but you're also meant to swatch. That's all I can say. My swatch is my sweater. So yeah, that is the Salty Day sweater, and as I said, I'll link all the information about that below. It is a wet afternoon, and James and I will not go out today. We're going to watch probably The Witcher, more of it, and I'm going to work on my Cullum sweater and enjoy a nice cup of coffee and a bit of commentary and chat with James as we watch The Witcher. We've watched it so often that we literally commentate through it now. So, and he has watched all of the series with me. He has played all the games of it, and he has read the books. So he compares and contrasts. The English teacher will never leave me. He compares and contrasts the different forms and tells me what he finds wanting in the TV series, and I don't find very much wanting in the TV series, I will add. I very much enjoy it. So that's what I'm off to do now.